Pope Francis has died aged 88. The Vatican has announced that the Pontiff died at his residence in the Vatican's Casa Santa Marta. According to a statement by the Vatican, the Pope died at 7:35 local time on Monday. Pope Francis, the 267th head of Catholic Church, was unwell for a very long period. He was hospitalized for 5 weeks in hospital for pneumonia in both the lungs. He spent 38 days in hospital before he was released on March 23rd.
Carissimi fratelli e sorelle.
Dear brothers and sisters, with deep sorrow I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis. At 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the house of the Father. His entire life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and His Church. He taught us to live the values of the Gospel with fidelity, courage, and universal love, especially toward the poorest and most marginalized. With immense gratitude for his example as a true disciple of the Lord Jesus, we commend the soul of Pope Francis to the infinite merciful love of the triune God.
On Sunday, Pope Francis greeted crowds at the Easter Sunday service. He appeared at the Vatican's St. Peter's Square to wish Happy Easter to thousands of worshippers. After the blessing, the Pope was driven around the square as he passed through the crowds. His procession paused a number of times as babies were brought over for him to bless. His traditional Easter address was delivered by a clergy member. He was the first Pope from the Americas and the Southern Hemisphere, dubbed the People's Pope. The Pontiff loved being among his flock and was popular with the faithful, though he faced bitter opposition from traditionalists within the Church. Born George Mario Bergoglio, he became the first Pope to take the name Francis after Saint Francis of Assisi. The football-loving former Archbishop of Buenos Aires was also more accessible than his predecessors. Pope Francis, who is from Argentina, suffered a number of health issues throughout his life, from colon surgery in 2021 and hernia in June 2023, to bouts of bronchitis and knee pain that forced him to use a wheelchair. His fourth hospitalization of more than a month for bronchitis in both the lungs was his longest, raising speculation that he might have to step down. But he brushed off talks of quitting, saying in 2023 that papal resignations should not become a normal thing. And WION earlier spoke to these global experts from across the world following the demise of Pope. Take a listen.
Pope had almost died early this year. From complications from a long-standing lung condition that he had when he was a young man. So with the recurrence of double pneumonia, he was on the point of death, but he came through that. And indeed, as you're showing on some of your clips right now, not only did he recover, well, not recover, but actually go back into the Vatican.
Of course, the first Jesuit Pope and the first Pope from outside of Europe since 742, when we had a Syrian Pope. So he was truly representing, for many believers, the future of the Catholic Church, if it is to survive, which is a global institution, not just one in Europe and Rome, as well as one that is more open to a world in which many Catholic traditional doctrines seem out of place even for Catholic believers.